Welcome back to NewsWire here on SportsGrid. The beautiful words that can only be said once a year. It is Masters Week, indeed, here on SportsGrid as well. Let's bring in Brad Thomas for the very latest. Get his picks, some previews as well. And Brad, first of all, congratulations. I know a new gig underway for you at CBS Sports, and
Yes, thank you.
congratulations on
Thank you.
that. And really awesome to see you continuing your great work there. They should be very fortunate to have you and all of your selections and opinions, by the way, on the show. Thanks for coming on.
I really appreciate it. And yeah, like you said, this is one of the best weeks in all of sports, especially for us avid golfers and golf fans. Masters Week. It is a tradition like any other without being too cheesy.
Yeah, I am looking forward this weekend to sitting. I mean, it's a rare weekend for me where I like look to see can I sit back and watch this thing on
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday. I think I can Sunday. I think I'm looking good for that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, so before we go forward, let's look back, Brad. Catch people up with what happened last year. Everyone who is a golf fan will remember the fantastic finish with Rory McIlroy capturing the 2025 Masters, just edging Justin Rose. Really right down to the wire. A little late charge from Scottie Scheffler as well. We'll get to him in just a minute. And so Rory is the hero, so to speak, going into this tournament, Brad. But as you know, it's like almost impossible to repeat at the Masters.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to repeat at the Masters. And I just feel like what happened with Rory last year, completing the career Grand Slam, was just so much weight lifted off his shoulders where I know that all he wants to do is defend his title the best of his abilities, but it's going to be really hard for him to come with that same intensity. Let's not also forget that Rory is dealing with some back issues, right? Like he's not coming into this 100%. There's also so much that you have to like so much ownership and so much responsibilities you have as the defending champion. So it's a lot of distractions as well. He is the pros pro and he knows how to handle this kind of distraction, but I do feel that Rory is coming in with a lot of weight on his shoulders in terms of defending with the injury and the responsibilities of a champion.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It's a really good point by you, including creating the menu for for this year's Masters. Brad, I don't know where he came up with all of this stuff here, but I couldn't. I think of all of the things on the menu, I think I found one thing that I think that I've tried even in my life. And again, we all like to try new things and find
Oh
new
yeah.
things, but these are very unusual for the Masters.
Yeah, these are eclectic, right? And that's what I kind of love about the Masters Champions Dinner is these guys get a chance to show the rest of the world part of their culture and part of the things that they eat on a day-to-day basis, right? Like I would think about me personally, right? Like I'm not going to be a person who's eating yellowfin tuna carpaccio, but also if it were my master's dinner, I'd probably have like I know duck confit, right? And I don't think a lot of people are eating duck every day, but it
Yeah,
gives like a peek behind the curtain to what these masters champions eat, or at least what they enjoy eating.
yeah, it would be pizza for me on my menu, but I'll never get there. My handicap not good enough. So let's take a look here at the last few Masters winners. And so the picture we see right there of Tiger Woods, we know he will not be participating. I guess we'll save that story for another day or just go on social media. You can find out more about that. But Matt Rory, the last one, Scottie Scheffler, who will be the favorite in this one. Jon Rahm back for another run in 2023. He was a champion, and Scottie Scheffler before that in 2022. So, look, you never know how things are going to go. There's always, as you know, Brad, a long shot, usually in like the final grouping going to the end here. And before we get to your actual picks and we take a look at the odds, do you have a sense of like expect the unexpected this time around? Or is it you think Scotty Scheffler's to lose, which it certainly seems like every tournament is?
I feel like year, and I hate to use this term, is pretty wide open. And I use that loosely because there's still going to be a really good golfer that's going to win this golf tournament. That's just what happens, right? The best golfers win majors, and the best of the best win the Masters. But there's question marks literally around all of the top golfers. Scotty Scheffler just welcomed a new baby boy 9 days ago. while playing some of the worst golf he's played in the past 2 seasons. Rory McIlroy, we talked about his back injury. Jon Rahm, we just don't know what we're going to get out of Jon Rahm on a week-to-week basis when it comes to
Mhm.
Masters because of him playing on Live. Bryson has not been able to win this tournament yet while contending for 2 of the last 3 seasons. So I think that there's a chance for us to get some new blood, a new name. But when it comes down to it, and whoever's going to put on that green jacket on Sunday, regardless if they're one of the big names, they're going to be a really
Mhm.
good golfer. I'm really sure of that.
Yeah, definitely so. So let's take a look at the odds here and see if Brad has landed on anyone yet. I know he'll be preparing all week long for this. The favorites are really the same, more or less as last year. I guess the names that stick out to me is Matty Fitzpatrick, who's now up to 20-1. He's been playing very well. Have you landed on anyone or any strong opinions going into this, Brad? I know we still have, more than 72 hours to go here. So, of course, you can follow Brad on social media for all of his final picks.
Yeah, you talked about Fitzpatrick, and I'll just reference him really quick. I bet Fitzpatrick at 80-1. Now he's down to 20. I do think he can win the Masters, but I actually think his fair price is closer to 30-1. So I wouldn't bet him at 20s. But Cameron Young is a golfer who I actually bet on. Cameron Young, he could take the Rory McIlroy path of winning the Players and then winning the Masters. He's a really great ball striker. He actually, this is a stat that was pretty cool. He turns the ball over from right to left about 48% of the time. 45, I think, is a more accurate number, which is going to be really important with a couple of those approaches that are going to be coming in from right to left. And I just said it, right? He's a great ball striker. He's really long off the tee, and he's proven now that he can win legitimate tournaments. Not just a guy who's going to contend or have one really hot round, but a guy who's a proven winner.
30 seconds to go, Brad. Give me one quick lean before the weekend. Someone can find something on FanDuel and DraftKings that you like going into Thursday.
Yeah, just go and bet Chris Gotterup top debutant. He's long off the tee, and this dude is tough as nails. I think he'll go out there and compete.
All right, awesome stuff, Brad. Again, congratulations. We'll follow all of your work at CBS Sports and all of our social media and all the work that Brad's doing this week. He's going to be busy. Thanks again for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Take care.